tracking Hurricane Hilary. It's going to be a tropical storm once it gets closer towards us here in San Diego. But what does that mean for Sunday? Details ahead.
A Category 4 hurricane is headed our way. How those across the border and here in the South Bay are preparing for the storm.
Wind and heavy rain coming into the East County will show you what people are doing to prepare for the big storm.
I know I'm here for a purpose, and I'm here to tell what happened to Tracy.
She was a mom, a wife, and a cancer survivor, and she died during a surgery that was supposed to be a simple one. Why her family says her doctors are to blame for her death. And COVID-19 cases are ticking up this summer. Now a senator claims the FDA has approved a controversial COVID treatment. Our Verify team breaks down the facts. CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
Hurricane Hilary is churning in the Pacific, getting closer to San Diego. The storm is already making history, triggering Southern California's first ever tropical storm watch. Good evening, I'm Jesse Pagan in for Carla Chicato.
I'm Marcella Lee. This is the projected path right here of the storm right now. It is currently right here just off the coast of Cabo San Lucas, and then its path is going to lead right up toward us here in San Diego. Hilary is expected to hit us Sunday night as a tropical storm, bringing powerful winds, several inches of rain, and the threat of severe flooding.
Tonight we're working for you in the South Bay and East County, gathering everything you need to know before the storm arrives. Before we get to our team of reporters in the field tonight, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis for the latest info on the storm. Carlene?
Yeah, we are still monitoring Hilary, and it is a major hurricane as of right now, just towards the south of Baja Peninsula. We are monitoring this system. It is going to move closer towards us, but our impacts are going to be far from anything that's associated with a major hurricane. Closer look at the latest forecast cone when it comes to Hilary. It is a Category 4. It has maximum sustained wind speeds at about 130 miles per hour. That is actually coming down from what it was earlier today, and that was with maximum sustained wind speeds to 145 miles per hour. So it's starting to get into that territory where as it moves towards the northwest, it's going to weaken a little bit more. As mentioned, we are talking about the impacts for us here locally because the forecast cone continues to show Hilary moving over us as a tropical cyclone, potentially as a tropical storm. Those impacts are the reason why National Hurricane Center, for the first time ever, has issued a tropical storm watch for Southern California. Here is what you need to know. The main concern with this is heavy rain. A lot of that rain is going to come in ahead of any tropical storm force winds that are expected to pick up on Sunday afternoon and stick around through Monday morning. That window of opportunity, as mentioned, is Sunday afternoon through Monday morning. We are talking about some strong gusty winds and also those sustained wind speeds that will be fairly high. We're going to break everything down when it comes to Hilary and timing it out, and also break down impacts for each 4 microclimate coming up throughout our newscast. So stay with us. Back to you.
Thank you, Carlene. For the latest on Hurricane Hilary and how you can prepare, make sure to download our free CBS 8 app. You can also head to cbs8.com.
Just a couple hours ago, Mayor Todd Gloria held a briefing on the preparations the city of San Diego is taking ahead of Hurricane Hilary.
He says right now more than 50 people are working to help people experiencing homelessness find shelter for the storm. San Diego Public Works plans to start closing off roads once water levels start to rise. The mayor says the city is taking all the necessary steps to get ready, but also wants people at home to secure their own surroundings.
Make sure that water has a place to go. Take the time right now to start sweeping and picking up trash, leaves, grass clippings, and other debris that collect in storm drains in your neighborhood, and clear the rain gutters on your home.
Gloria says the city has sandbags available at 10 different recreation centers throughout each city council district.
Preparations are also underway in the South Bay, as Carlene just showed us. Right now, that storm is burning and churning southwest of Baja.
CBS 8's Jenny Day is live at Imperial Beach tonight, where businesses aren't taking chances and are boarding up. Jenny?
Yeah, no doubt about it. This really feels like the calm before the storm. Right now we have sunny and blue skies in IB, but locals do know that Hilary is coming. Again, this little market right here that's just steps away from the sand is already boarded up. San Diego, more like Miami today, preparing for a rare summer storm, a hurricane off the coast of possible historic proportions.
We're just getting sandbags because last time I didn't have them, and I wish I did.
Imperial Beach is prone to flooding. Dottie Kuza owns a little boutique hotel here and has seen it happen.
We have like chairs in the front. We just like fold all those up, tie them down. I'm personally going to stay there in the office to make sure that nothing happens.
For those of you in the South Bay, know that Imperial Beach City Hall and the San Ysidro Community Activity Center are providing sandbags for free. The nearby Tijuana River is also a concern. For decades now, it backs up from trash and sewage, even after a small amount of rain. That's led to beach closures in IB for more than a year now.
We're expecting anywhere between 1 to 2, let's call it 2 to 3 inches of rain. That means that the river can flow up to 1 billion gallons of water per day, and all of that will be tainted with toxic sewage. So we could see impacts going up the coast all the way up to Point Loma.
Our neighbors across the border are also in Hilary's path. The governor of Baja California warning residents to only leave their homes if necessary.
No salgas de casa si no es necesario.
She added that safety is the most important thing. Hurricane Hilary is currently packing 130-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Should weaken to a tropical storm by the time she gets to us, marking only the second time in San Diego history.
Stay indoors, hunker down, don't drive if you don't need to.
I also spoke with an engineering professor at SDSU.
Have plans how you want to evacuate.
He says the rainfall could surpass our yearly historical average in just a few days, and our infrastructure is simply not equipped to handle that. So prepare for mudslides and washed out roads.
You might see trees broken, you might see damages to the vehicles, to the buildings, to the infrastructure.
Yeah, so the good news is that we do have time to prepare. So bring in that patio furniture, turn off those sprinklers, trim any troublesome trees. You may also want to get your candles ready should the power go out. Obviously, canned food, extra batteries, a full tank of gas, all will be helpful heading into this weekend. We're live tonight in Imperial Beach. Jenny Day, CBS 8.
All good ideas. Thank you, Jenny. Sandbags could also be essential this weekend to keep flooding at bay. Right now, the county and CAL FIRE are offering free sandbags for people living in unincorporated areas.
These sandbags are available at many fire stations, including the one in Bonita. There's also some at Fallbrook, Ramona. Here's a look at the list of locations that are handing out sandbags. You're asked to bring your own shovel so that you can fill those bags with sand. Some of the locations are only offering the bags, so you have to go somewhere else to fill that with sand or dirt. We have put the full list of locations on our website. Just visit cbs8.com and click on the help button.
Throughout the day, CBS 8 has been checking in with different organizations across the county on how they're getting ready for the storm.
Scripps Health tells us they're preparing at their hospitals. Crews are busy inspecting and clearing their drains. Roofs are being inspected to make sure they are secure. All vehicles are being filled with gas, and loose items around hospital buildings are also being secured.
San Diego International Airport is no exception. Workers there are tying down equipment on the airfield and at the construction site for Terminal 1. Airlines are starting to cancel flights too, so heads up. If you've got a flight this weekend and into Monday, keep an eye on delays and cancellations and get in touch with your airline.
As the storm approaches this weekend, the winds are expected to shift direction and blow east to west.
Strong winds and heavy rain are expected, especially in the East County. CBS 8's David Gottfredson spent the day in Potrero, where crews are preparing for flooding in the recently burned fire zone.
The CAL FIRE crew has already done the hard work at the fire station in Potrero, filling up sandbags and offering them to the community for free pickup in anticipation of heavy rain in the East County this weekend. Flooding could happen in the Coyote fire burn zone, where more than 400 acres were torched yesterday.
We do expect quite a bit of rain. We are fully staffed. We are staffing our swiftwater rescue teams for this event, so we will have that extra staffing available.
The fire crews are still putting out hot spots on the fire lines, making sure it doesn't spark up again. The wind direction is expected to shift over the weekend as the storm comes in, and blow strong from the east towards the ocean.
For the burn zone, we're expecting that wind shift, so we're focusing on perimeter control right now and making sure all the hot spots are out around the houses. We do expect that wind shift though, so we've buttoned up the west side in anticipation of those strong east winds.
Eventually, heavy rain will move in, reducing the fire risk. San Diego Gas and Electric says they have no plans at this point to cut off the power due to high winds.
No, we do not anticipate any public safety power shutoffs for this, regardless of the high winds. You know, we do expect moisture with this. So we're in a good spot as of right now, but we're continuing to monitor it. And if anything changes, the situation changes, we'll make sure our customers are aware.
The more likely scenario is unplanned power outages from falling trees hitting the lines. It's a good idea if you have one to make sure your generator is fueled up in case the power goes out.
If you see a down power line, always assume that it is energized. Do not touch it, stay away from it, call 911 and call SDG&E.
The best advice is to keep an eye on the storm track and the forecast because the movement can change as the storm moves north. If you need free sandbags, we've posted a list of locations where you can pick them up at CBS8.com. In Potrero, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. And we have the very latest numbers from the Coyote fire in Potrero. According to the latest update, it has grown to more than 460 acres. And CAL FIRE last reported it is 10% contained. The fire started yesterday afternoon off Coyote Holler Road. So far, there have been no reports of injuries, no reports of homes burned, so that is great news. Fire crews successful there. About 80 homes were evacuated, several roads are closed, and all schools in the Mountain Empire Union School District were closed today for safety reasons. Animals and livestock were taken to the county animal shelter in Bonita as fire crews work to get that fire extinguished.
Still ahead tonight on CBS 8 News Live at 6, our Hurricane Hilary coverage continues. What you need to have done in your home tonight before the storm hits.
And right now there are thousands of unsheltered San Diegans living on the streets. How the city plans to keep them safe during the storm.
And straight ahead, District Attorney Summer Stephan joins us in studio breaking down efforts to combat crime in the county.